Good morning. It is for us, when you see this, it is Monday morning. We're actually recording this on Thursday, still in San Diego, but we got good news. It's going to be sunny when we get back to Maryland, and I am so happy. I'm Ann Brennan. This is
Anastassia Bang-Greshaby.
And we are marketing moms. Our whole job is to make marketing easy for you. That's our goal. We want to make it easy for you. We own an agency in Maryland. We work with small businesses, small to medium sized businesses.
Going live.
Did it just not go live?
It's live.
It is live.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We weren't planning on doing it live. Thank you for whoever's watching.
Yeah, so you know what? We weren't planning on going live. We'll do another one for Monday. Shoot, I hadn't even thought about it. So it is actually Thursday, and we're still in California, and all the stuff we said doesn't count, but we are marketing mums.
You know what? Why don't we talk about the keynote?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea.
We don't have our notes, so we're going to be going off the top of our heads, but...
So I will tell you, actually, if you've been watching these, you know that I started a TikTok channel for myself, and one of the TikToks I am going to create is going to be one where I say, how much do I know about the metaverse? And I'm going to say this much. How much are we going to learn about the metaverse? This much. So as we go, and by the way, all the stuff that's going to go up, hopefully Amanda will see this. This is not going to go up in our podcast. So it will only be live here. But what I wanted to say is the metaverse is it's really a big part of what we learned out here. And it's why I said, if your agency wasn't out here, it's missing out, because the world is changing. So the speaker, do you remember his name?
Joel Comm.
Joel Comm. He spoke about different elements. So he talked about NFT.
Web 3.0.
Yes. Yep. So he talked about Web 3.0.
Oh, and actually, I remember what he said.
Okay.
Because Web 1 is what we all started with, and that was read only.
Right,
so
and that was like
reading things.
That was like AOL or some of the much older things, right? Before Web 2, which is social.
Yeah, so Web 2 is read and write. So we're able to add things, and that's where we are right now. We're adding things to the web, but it's a centralized thing right now. Web 3.0 is decentralized, and we're not just using somebody else's thing, we're owning it. So it's a lot of open source, a lot of which, you know, probably doesn't mean a lot to a lot of you.
Actually, it didn't mean a lot to me either, quite honestly. As I'm getting to know it, it does, right?
These are things that I know because my husband's a software engineer.
Exactly.
And he talks about it.
Exactly. So the other thing that he talked about NFTs. So I loved this. It's not non-fungibles. It's non-fungible tokens. And non-fungible tokens. So he talked about that. We're going to learn a lot more about that. The thing that stuck in my mind, I don't know, I'd like to hear what stuck in your mind, but the thing that stuck in my mind is the power of creating loyalty programs through NFTs. Because my husband said this morning, what does an NFT have to do with marketing? That's what it has to do with marketing.
I thought it was really interesting. I mean, so, you know, I have young kids and they are playing, you know, Fortnite and these other games that they're building things, they're creating people in their little universe. And so I really didn't understand how, because I don't play them.
Right.
That's my husband's department.
Well, and you said you don't let them spend money.
No,
right?
I don't let them spend money. And I will say, I really, really thought for a really long time that Fortnite they were building forts, like for real. You know, I had no idea. This is like, this is where I say to my husband, you know,
I laugh, but
I
have no idea what Fortnite is.
Yeah, I still don't exactly understand. But like, I was like, hey, you know what? You're the gamer. Like, yeah, I play Mario, like Super Mario Brothers 3 and like Dr. Mario, you know, or Atari. Like I have, you know, so anyway, I play those things, but I don't understand these things that the kids are playing now.
Exactly. So, and he said, what did he say about the kids? He's like, it will not be long before you're going to hear about kids making millions of dollars playing these games. And I really believe on it. I want to go back to the NFTs though, because he talked about the NFTs and he talked about how he bought an NFT. I can't remember which one it was. And it, he bought it for like $250. Very shortly after that, it was worth $80,000. He could have sold it. He didn't. Nike bought that whole universe of them, and now it's skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And it's more to come. One of the other things that stuck to me about the metaverse, and so the metaverse is the other part of this. One of the things that struck me about that is he talked about Ralph Lauren is involved.
Yes,
Nike is involved. Louis Vuitton is involved. This is not a small thing.
In these games, these brands are allowing the kids to buy things like these brands that they can, their avatars or whatever they call them, can wear them.
Yes.
You know, so they're understanding these brands. So it's very interesting. And okay, here's the other thing that I want you to know, because I didn't know it. I really thought that Metaverse was Facebook.
I know. And I found that out earlier. So when we went into that meeting, I had meant to tell you. Right.
Yeah.
So like, if you didn't like Mark Zuckerberg before, let's just go ahead and say it. I'm sorry, Mark. We should get to talk, because I think you and I could be friends and I could help you so much. But Mark, what Mark did is he created Meta, which, by the way, nobody out here called it Facebook. I really thought it was they all called it Facebook. They didn't call it Meta. I thought it was a big snub to Facebook Meta. But even though this whole thing, Web3, that all the stuff that's going with is the Metaverse, he decided that he's going to be Meta and create a Metaverse.
It's brilliant marketing.
It is. It's brilliant marketing. But it shows a lot about him. That being said, he's not a dumb man.
No.
Right? And what did I say? Tuesday, 23 minutes before I went into one of these talks, he said Instagram is all in on NFTs. So these companies that are getting in, it's saying something. So we're actually going to learn a lot about it. And we're going to learn about it, not because we're hoping to just go out and buy NFTs and make a lot of money. That would be cool too.
Yeah.
But that's not our goal. We're not get rich quick people. That's not our goal. Our goal is to figure out how to help other businesses use the NFTs to create something bigger. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We are actually, if you see the same thing on Monday, it will not be the same conversation. So if you see Marketing Moms, you see us sitting in the same spot, it will be about lifelong learning. We're going to put that up shortly. We'll put that up Monday. We're going to record it shortly. But I hope that you understand what we're talking about, and you probably don't. So I'm going to tell you there's a podcast called that I am going to go listen to every single possible one. Started in November. He's recorded every single day. It's called NFT 365. It's only on Spotify. As far as I know, it's the only place I've been able to find it. But I think it's going to be worth listening to, because it's Brian Fanzo. Brian Fanzo is a lot like me in that he doesn't speak in acronyms. Actually, even though he's a software engineer. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a software engineer. He was a cybersecurity guy in DC. Anyway, he speaks in plain language. And so if you want to figure out what this is all about, go over there, give it a listen, see what you think. I'd love to hear what you know. If you know some stuff and you think I should know it, I am all about learning right now, which is what Monday's podcast is going to be about. You have anything else to add?
No, I hope you're not hearing these helicopters.
I'm sure you are, but it's San Diego, and it kind of rocks. It's coming over here.
Yeah, it's coming.
All right, we'll see you soon.